G'day. I hate begging for money, but we've got to ask. We're planning for 2026 and we don't have enough money to keep going with the other side in the form that we've been going in 2025. We need a signal from you that you want the show to continue so that we can plan properly for what we will be able to do in 2026. Please go to othersidetv.com.au and join up to the exclusive side for less than $5 a month. And let us know that you want us to continue. Or if you want to just do it here on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, click the join button next to the subscribe button below, the join button, and that will enable you to support us also for a few dollars every month, just around the price of a cup of coffee. And it sends a signal that we should continue into 2026 and lets us know what we need to do to plan for next year. Thanks a lot for your support. I hope we're back in 2026. It's that time of year when we begin to wrap things up for another season. This is our second last show for 2025, and I find myself in a rather sad position of having to deliver the news that the other side won't be able to continue into 2026 in its current form. You may have heard me mention in recent shows that we needed to reach a target of 2,000 paying monthly subscribers by the end of this year to continue the show. And I want to first of all say a huge thank you to the 344 paying subscribers that we have at this point, and to everyone who's ever supported us in the past or supported our advertising sponsors. We've got almost 69,000 subscribers on YouTube and 36,000 on X, but those don't generate any revenue. They just help get the show seen and impact the YouTube algorithms, which we are completely at the mercy of. People just don't watch long-form content like ours on any other platform. Google owns YouTube, and YouTube is now television, period, in Australia pretty much, at least for almost everyone under 40 and a majority of people over 40. So in Australia, you've got to be on YouTube. You've got to be okay with YouTube to get any traction whatsoever. Our main Friday night show does pretty well, regularly gets 10,000 views, sometimes many more, and our segment clips throughout the week, they double the audience. We split the show into its 5 segments. We put them out Sunday to Thursday, and we usually get another 10 to 20,000 views on average, sometimes many times that on those. That's more than many of the mainstream media networks get on YouTube, and more than some major capital city radio stations actually get on the actual radio. What's really amazing about our success, that's unlike a lot of other Aussie YouTubers, is that our audience has grown organically in under 2 years. We don't advertise, we don't boost on YouTube, and most importantly of all, our audience is 95% Australian. We've managed to get to that almost 70,000 subscriber number by sticking to Australian content. Some Australian YouTubers resort to doing mainly global content or American content to get a bigger audience, but I don't want to change that. Now, if there's one thing I absolutely hate doing, it is begging for support and begging for money. But despite us regularly showing ads in our show, telling people how you can support us, even without spending any money, we still aren't getting enough support, financial or otherwise, to keep going in our current form. At the moment, 60% of people who do watch this show are not even among the 69,000 free subscribers. They haven't even clicked the subscribe button, which costs absolutely nothing. But it's the most important thing anyone can do to support the channels that you love, because it tells the YouTube algorithm to go show the show to more people. So does clicking the like button and making a comment sends it completely off the charts. It costs nothing, but only 40% of our audience even do that. Of the 69,000 great people who have done it, sadly, only 41, not 41,000, 41 have clicked the join button beside the subscribe button to join the channel as a member and pay us the price of a small cup of coffee each month since we set up that feature a few months ago. That's not 1% or even 0.1%, it's 0.06%. 303 other great people are funding us through our direct website, othersidetv.com.au. Out of our total YouTube and X subscriber base, that's about 0.3%. And I am very grateful, don't get me wrong. I've never expected that people would support us with so much positivity. But sadly, a show like this costs a lot to produce. And even though we have a couple of generous benefactors and I'm working most of the time for the love of it myself, it's just not enough to keep going. But what hurts the most is looking at our like versus unlike scores and the lovely comments that so many of you do make each week. This is a controversial show. We say a lot of things. It'd be nuts for me to think that all the opinions we express on the show every year, you're not going to totally disagree with me at least a few times. But 99% of our audience are smart and they hang in anyway. Not only that, our engagement positivity is off the charts. Our like versus dislike ratio is above 99% on average. And for a show this controversial, that is really incredible. Thank you. And the words of encouragement are fantastic. The words. I don't have time to respond to a lot, but please know that those words are greatly appreciated and are what have kept us going as long as we have. But it has been 5 years since this show started as a COVID-era audio podcast. We had our year with Discernible, with that excellent platform when we went to video, our year with the former ADHTV, and our most recent 2 years independent. And it's been a lot of work, but great fun and very satisfying for an old journo and broadcaster like me to play in the new media space. So what will the future hold? We don't know right now. We've got our last show next Friday night. Then it's a bit of a break. Then I'll be working with our production crew and thinking about what form we can come back in 2026 that will make sense to everyone and match the resources that we do have. Hopefully we'll be able to do something. I hope we get a lot more support from Australia's centre-right community next year. I've got to admit that it's been hard to get guests to appear on the show from the Liberal Party in particular in various places, something that should be a no-brainer for the right-wing voices in Australia if they were as smart and organised as the left-wing voices are at using new media platforms properly. Next week in our final show, I'll have a lot more to say about journalism and media in Australia in general and where I think it's heading and the ethics of money from the left and certain industry lobby groups affecting online content. But this week, I just want to ask our regular audience this. If you like this show and you do want to see us continue in a big way next year, could I please ask you to click the subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't? That will give us a bit of an indication. But I need you to do more than just that. I need you to go to our website, othersidetv.com.au, and actually sign up and set up for regular monthly donations. You can do this for as little as $4.50 plus GST per month. And if we don't continue into 2026, we'll let you know in February. Regular payments will stop. You won't be out of pocket for more than a few dollars. But it will give us a sense of how much money we might have in 2026 and what we can reasonably plan to do and achieve with it. Now, I hate asking for money, but we have got to get paid for what we do. And so if you think you are getting some value from this show, I do need you to give back a bit. Australia is a small market. If we were an American show, we probably could keep going like this, but not as an Aussie show focused on Aussie content, unfortunately. If going to our website is too much of a pain for you and you're watching on YouTube, the join button is right next to the subscribe button. Click that. You can also sign up as a channel member and monthly supporter. This is crunch time. This is decision time. And we need your ongoing support at a level that you feel is sustainable for you long term and reflects the value that you feel you're getting out of this show. If that's not at least a little over $1 a week, then I will sadly accept that message and accept that I probably do need to pull up stumps and head for retirement. Thanks, guys. Did you know that with a virtual private network or VPN on your computer, tablet, or phone, you can log into your favorite streaming services like Netflix from home with an internet address from anywhere in the world and watch all the shows that they offer in other countries, including stuff in different languages? And using a VPN to route all your internet traffic through a third-party server means that big corporations and big government can't spy on you. If you sign up now with private internet access, we think they're the best VPN servers out there. As a viewer of The Other Side, you can get 83% off the price of your subscription and get online for less than $3 a month. Check it out right now. Go to piavpn.com/otherside. That's piavpn.com/otherside. It's a great service, a rock bottom price, and supporting our sponsor, you are helping to keep The Other Side going and growing. That was a segment clip from our weekly Friday night news show, The Other Side, which you can watch in full by simply going to YouTube and searching up The Other Side Australia. Then you'll find our full shows playlist. You can also find all of our full shows and our segments on our own website, othersidetv.com.au. That's othersidetv.com.au. Help us build a whole new Aussie media by joining us over there and joining up, signing up for the exclusive side.